Hello, everybody, and today I'm here to give my thoughts on your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man episodes 3 through 5. So, yeah, I know I'm a bit late on my review, but I'm here to talk about this show. So, yeah, these episodes are pretty decent. They haven't really wowed me too much, but so far it seems to have interesting parallels to the Spider-Man lore. But overall, I'm waiting for something major to happen. I'm waiting for a major supervillain to show up in this show. But so far, this is a pretty decent coming of age Spider-Man show. But so far, it starts with Peter Parker and Norman Osborn meeting at a restaurant, and I like how Norman's willing to pay for Peter's entire meal at the restaurant despite it being expensive, and he's offering him to recruit Peter at Oscorp to basically be his assistant when he's going out being Spider-Man. But Peter kind of says no at first until he encounters a group of supervillains. I don't know. I forget their names. So sorry. We encounter a lady with like these knife lightsaber looking things, and we encounter a speedster dude. And Peter's having difficulties fighting these two, but it isn't until Norman aids him that he's able to take down them for a bit. But the main thing about these 3 episodes is Peter puts on various costumes. He puts on first it's like a suit with like a cape. And these costumes kind of are like a reference to when Spider-Man had to put on different costumes because he was framed for murder in the comics. So that's a nice parallel. He puts on the Hornets costume. I thought that was a cool Easter egg. But he also puts on this spider glider suit. But all these suits fail when he tries to fight crime. For example, when he puts on the cape costume, he ends up dangling from a ceiling, and it just does not work out for him. When he tries to put on the Black Noir suit, so I know I'm referencing a character from The Boys, but he puts on this glider suit. He ends up grabbing a balloon for a little girl, but she fears the costume, and it makes Peter give up until Norman has a new suit opportunity. It's not the classic red and blue. We don't even know if he's going to wear that costume, but it's on like some of the promotion for this show. But he's mainly going to wear what looks to be a combination of the Future Foundation suit and the Superior Spider-Man suit. And that costume, when I saw Spider-Man web swing in that suit, it looked awesome. That suit looks gorgeous. But one of the main things we do see in this show is Doc Ock. So Doc Ock's in this show. I'm actually surprised to see him in this show, but it looks like he's planning something against Spider-Man. We just don't know what. I don't know. He definitely looks super cool in this show. It has that 60s vibe from that classic Doc Ock look. It looks super cool. But the main thing Spider-Man's trying to do is balance his school life and his Spider-Man life per usual. He does have a few scenes with Aunt May, which were pretty nice. They go through like the old gallery. They do acknowledge Uncle Ben at least, and Spider-Man's able to use his camera he got from Uncle Ben, and even looks at old pictures of him, which were quite nice. But the main thing about these episodes is that he's fighting these 2 superpowered beings, and he's trying to find various ways until he finally does find a way when he does put on his Future Foundation suit, or whatever you want to call it. And he is able to take them down with the help of Norman, and he ends up meeting Harry. And what kind of turned me off from these episodes is like, so Peter and Harry are supposed to be best friends in this show, but Harry ends up being an acquaintance to Peter, and he says, "Oh, I don't really know Harry," and he ends up figuring out that Peter is Spider-Man. So the whole thing in the Spider-Man lore is Harry doesn't know Peter's Spider-Man, but when he does find out, it ends up creating conflict with the two. But he just straight up finds out when Peter comes in to meet up with Norman. And so, yeah, it kind of took me off a little bit. If you're really into the Spider-Man lore, you're probably seeing where I'm coming from with this. But I don't know. I just wish they were best friends in this show. But maybe we'll see that friendship build as the episodes go on. Since they're releasing 3 episodes a day, apparently, they're really just wanting to push this show out. But the other thing that this show that worked was we're seeing which is revealed to be Tombstone in this show. I don't have a picture of him, but this one. This guy, Lonnie, who's Peter's classmate, he ends up having to save his brother's neck by joining a gang. So this gang is apparently causing a gang war, and it's causing turmoil for Spider-Man. But Lonnie ends up joining it, and he's going really hard with this gang. And at the end of the 3rd episode, he ends up becoming Tombstone. So we don't know if he's going to end up looking like the character, or he's just going to go by the name Tombstone. We also see Scorpion in this show. So there's nice parallels to the MCU. And the big thing about this is we also see an Easter egg. Apparently Civil War happened. The Sokovia Accords, and it could affect Spider-Man since, he's a crime-fighting spider now. But now it's like in the MCU where Peter does join Iron Man in the Civil War, but this time because he's joining Norman Osborn, he isn't fighting Civil War at all. So yeah, it's cool that we get some parallels to the MCU and even to the old source material, since Spider-Man is a major part of Civil War. So yeah, there's some continuity I'm not really sure about for this show. We also see Peter's relationship with his girl. I forget her name. His Lucy Looney. I'm so sorry if I said the name wrong, but his relationship with her is still adorable. Of course, she could be considered the MJ of this show, since the one of the major things about this show is I don't even know if we're gonna see Flash Thompson, Gwen Stacy, MJ, the classic characters. We're kind of getting more obscure characters. Or some of these characters are new. It may be new. I mean, we do have Harry, but still, the two aren't really friends in this show. But, yeah. So far, these episodes have been pretty decent. Nothing really amazed me. There's some cool tie-ins, some cool nods. That's overall for this show. But the next few episodes, I think Daredevil's going to show up. And I know I'm highly obsessed with Daredevil, so I'm going to get a big kick out of it. I hope the episode doesn't disappoint me. Sorry for this late review, but I give these episodes probably just a 7 out of 10. So what do you think of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.